I'm not looking for like a serious relationship right now. I'm 26. I'm not saying intimately because I feel like I want to reserve that for myself, that I have requirements, that they're providers. And
why is it so hard? And I can't even say like, oh, it's the men, oh, it's the women. What is happening?
If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go.
Guy comes out of freaking nowhere and goes, wow, you are beautiful.
It's time to stop. They have made it very loud and clear that they do not want to try.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this. All right, guys. Now, you already know the nonsense that guys hear all the time. So this girl had a nerve to get on a dating show and say she wants a man that sees her for who she is, pretty much a provider man to provide everything she wants and get nothing back in return. I'm going to let you guys hear from the horse's mouth.
it's just that I have requirements, that they're providers, and the men that have came into my life, they're absolutely providers and they invest in me. It's just that, I'm not in a space to give myself.
So she said men invest in her. Now I'm looking at how she looks, right? Looking at her face. The makeup is not done up. Look at Ashley Dalton. You see how her makeup, she looks a little bit glammed? She's not glamming. The makeup is not hamming, right? But anyway, not only that, let's do a comparison. Look at Ashley Dalton's wig piece she has on, right? Look at hers. It looks like she ripped it off of Lassie. Lassie was running through the backyard. She said, come here, dog. What it means is that if she ripped the wig off Lassie, she's a starving artist. What do I mean by starving artist? She's out here fishing, trying to find a guy she thinks is dumb to fund her life. And most of you guys would have knew that even if I wouldn't have explained. Who's falling for that? Not near one of you.
So the guys who are providing for you now that you have come across, and you're saying you don't want to give yourself, you didn't give yourself when they were providing for you? That wasn't a requirement for them?
Say that again. Hi, can you see me?
No, we can't see you, Nuru. Welcome in.
I'll save. Okay. Hi.
Hi, welcome in.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
All right, what brings you up tonight?
Yes, so I wanted some dating advice. So I'm not looking for like a serious relationship right now. I'm 26. I was engaged before, and I've been single for 2 years. And I've been dating. My last relationship, he was a provider. He was in tech, so he made off very well. He took care of me. That was like my best friend. He was very loving. We had great memories together. We accomplished a lot together. And what ended it was I needed to focus on my business. He wanted more time for him, us together, but I needed more time for me to focus on my business.
Wait, so you ended
Yeah. Tell her, Ashley, you ended that to find another guy because you needed time to focus on your business? Stop lying. You're lying. Straight up lying. And why would you lie? Because you need someone to fall for the nonsense you're putting out. And guys aren't going for it. Let me hear what Ashley says.
ended the relationship just to focus on your business? I don't know.
I didn't end it because of that.
That need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
What ended it was I needed to focus on my business.
But he was requiring more time from me, and it was causing a strain in our relationship there were arguments that were caused because he wanted more time, and I like, I love that he took care of me, he provided for me because I want that in a relationship. But at the end of the day, I got to take care of myself. I got to make sure I have money set aside and make sure I'm good and I have my own passions that I want to pursue.
But was he planning to marry you? Was it leading to that?
It was, but I also realized in that I love to cook and clean and do all of that, the homemaking. I love it. It's just that running a business and being in a relationship, it takes a lot of energy out of me. And I want to be able to.
No, 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 no. That's what you want to do. You want to run a business. Maybe you could have been in a situation like that. I doubt it. Number one, you're young. Where are you meeting this guy at? Looking like you do right now. A guy's not pulling over on the side of the road and saying, I want that girl with the lassie weave on, whose makeup is not even done up. And I'm sure you wear makeup when you're outside. So, like, your natural beauty is not attracting guys like that. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. If one of you guys are buying it, I guess go for it, right?
To establish myself more. And within these past 2 years, it's been great. I've gotten to learn myself, love myself 1,000 times over. The only thing is with dating, I've been attracting very affluent men. It's just that they don't mentally stimulate me. And it's either that or I'm not attracted to them physically. So it's been like a bump in the road because I do want companionship. So I'm open to dating. I'm just not looking for anything serious.
Where you're open to dating, but you're not looking for anything serious.
Yes. Like if it leads to that, like if we build a great foundation with each other and that companionship goes on for a couple years, then I'm perfectly fine with that. But, right now in this space, I don't want a serious relationship, but I do want that companionship.
Okay, so it sounds like you want a guy. It low key, Nuru, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a sugar daddy. That's what that sounds like. A companionship.
When I say companionship, I'm not saying intimately. I'm not saying intimately because I feel like I want to reserve that for myself, But I do know that men will approach, men will come around. It's just that I have requirements, that they're providers, and the men that have came into my life, they're absolutely providers and they invest in me. It's just that, I'm not in a space to give myself.
So you want a guy to come in, provide everything you need, and not get some?
I'm not saying intimately because I feel like I want to reserve that for myself.
What planet are you living on? You got to be 15 talking like that. Seriously, you said you're 26, but you're talking like a 15-year-old. You trying to put it out there so a guy feels, oh, I have to provide for her first. I got to prove myself to her. Look, you are not the prize. Men have woken up. No man is signing up for that. Realize that. Now, number one, you're 26. How many miles you got? Think about it. How much damage you've taken mentally from dealing with men. You're pushing 30. You do know that, right? You're not young anymore. It's funny. There's a reason why Leo DiCaprio, you look at what he does. What's the age? I think he doesn't date them over 27. So according to Leo, your time is up.
TikTok.
According to China,
over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady?
You already, I think it's a little bit before 30, but when you hit 30, you're approaching Shang Ye, but you're pretty much Shang Ye.
剩女, which means leftover women.
And you trying to make a guy wait? That's what's going on over here, man. There's no shame. There's no shame in the West. We got to bring shame back.
So the guys who are providing for you now that you have come across, and you're saying you don't want to give yourself. You didn't give yourself when they were providing for you? That wasn't a requirement for them?
Say that again.
So the guys that you were with in the past, like just recently, right? Because you're saying you're attracting affluent men, but one, they're not mentally stimulating you, or two, they're not attractive, but they're willing to provide for you, right?
Yes.
So they're not requiring anything physical because you're saying you don't want to do that. They're not requiring those things, although they're giving things to you.
No.
That's hard to believe. They don't want anything, nothing.
I mean, like, they insinuate it, but I always retract from it. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm not ready for that. Maybe down the line. And then they go with it.
Okay. So if providing is number one for you, which it sounds like, why not date the guys who are just not that attractive? I think
Mm-hmm.
why not date that guy? I know he's not the
Because it's
super
like,
eye candy, but if he's groomed, he smells good, he has a haircut, he has money. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
he may not be a looker, he may be a four in the face. I don't know. Why not date that guy?
I mean, it's not. I've considered it. It's just like I really want to enjoy that experience of having someone there, and I want that physical attraction there because if it leads into something, then I want to be able to look at my person and say, okay, that attraction is there.
Okay. I always think the rule, and I think this rule is as old as time, you want to be the good looking one in the relationship, So I think that's to your advantage. I'm not saying guys who aren't that good looking, who have money, don't cheat, don't do this, don't do that. But I think you would have the advantage because you look like the trophy. You look like the pretty.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't look like the trophy, and a guy is going to run all over her. You're telling a man who's most likely high value to get with you, and they get nothing?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Are you crazy? Are you cooking? Are you cleaning? Are you going to be a homemaker at home? What are you doing?
Absolutely nothing.
Ashley didn't break that down. What are you willing to give a guy? And she doesn't have to break it down because I already know the answer. Nothing. I'm telling you, most modern women think how she does. These women are insane. Like, come on now, what are you thinking? And I know you're lying. Oh no, they don't do that. Listen, see, Ashley wants to be nice. I think she's a paid 304 with bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies. They piled up. They're coming out the closet. Like, you go in the house, their bodies are coming out the closet. They're coming out the bathroom. And you're like, actually, they're coming out the apartment door.
Lots of bodies, apparently.
It's so many bodies in there. That's the kind of woman she is, right? One of those 304s. Just bodies. Like, oh, what's the hell that coming out your apartment? How many people you the body? I've bodied a lot. You scratching the, I don't know. I got carried away, I bet.
I'm ready with me after being stood up. I was actually really excited to go on this date, not gonna lie. Figure I'll just make some food and watch a movie and cry probably a little bit more. The funny part about it too is that I wasn't even the one that asked to go on the date. But I guess instead of sitting here and trying to rehash all the reasons why this may have happened, I'm just going to move on.
You know what's wild? Because this girl, it's not bad looking. The guy stood her up, but you see her wiping off all the makeup. It's fake up. What happened was the guy realized it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. He didn't want to waste the effort. I bet you he probably promised you some expensive. I bet you promised her Benihana's or something. He did. It could have been over his limit, and he realized, well, I can't do this. It's not worth it. Or he thought about it and said, she's not worth it. Most likely what it did. Better luck next time.
So I have like a general inquiry. General inquiry. Now, I haven't dated since 2013. That's 11 years ago. Now, if you think back to 2013, most of you can't, the dating scene was different. There was no... Instagram had just come out. there was like, I don't know if dating apps existed, I don't know, but the influence was not there. You met someone in the wild. I met my ex-husband in the wild. It was a great time. The dating was beautiful. It was so non-toxic. It was great. Coming out of a divorce 2.5 years ago, and like I've seen people in between, dated it a little bit, but now I'm like throwing myself back out there. What happened? What?
No, what happened is you're old, and I think it's good for you. I think you should go through hell. Seriously, divorces shouldn't be broken like that. And I think you should pay for it. I think the next guy you get should be a slime ball. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to wish harm on anyone, but you broke your vows. I bet you that man wanted to make it work. He finally said, put his hands up and said, I can't do it.
Like, when did humans become not humans? When did like women and men, relax, and men become like a choice, or like something that you just like, no, I don't like that one, swipe, or like, oh, it doesn't work out with that one, no worries, because like, I'll just find another one, or no, this is too hard, I'm leaving, or yeah, I thought I was ready, but yeah, I'm really not, or I have too much trauma, so these are all my problems and they're probably going to affect our relationship, so nah. Or yeah, I really like you and I want to keep seeing you and taking you on dates, but like, you're probably not going to get a commitment from me, so we're just going to stay that way for a long time. Sorry? Like, what happened? Honestly, if there are genuine people out there, who just have old school values, maybe it's like a European thing, I don't know. I was going to say wog, but then you're going to be like, oh, it's so offensive. It's not, if you are one. Where are the old school, like, nice traditional values? And like the normal...
Yeah, I'm not going to let it keep explaining because y'all be watching that video probably for the next 2 minutes. But yeah, it's done. Those guys are married. Most likely, like, I'm old school. I'm married. I'm 43 years old. I'll be 44 this year, but I'm married. Other guys like that are married, or they're trying to get married. Plenty of guys are back home, sitting there single, saying, I'll stay single until I get married. Like, I spoke to a guy. I gotta show this really quickly. Let me share this with you guys. This guy, my man, Tony D. Tiger, he was a guy that was single, right? That's what he said. 25 days in the Philippines. I had a good time here. Everyone treated me fairly. Zero public harassment. Yes, it is wild back home. The Wild Wild West. They call it that way for a reason. Not just the West Coast. The West, U.S. Zero security harassment. Good food. Pretty females. I give it a thumbs up. Met my Philippines princess also. Bringing the ring on the next trip, bros. So he's telling all the bros he found one. He's thinking about proposing to her, and he's bringing the ring on the next trip. Do you know what's the wild thing? I was in a dentist today, right? And she asked me, the dentist said, what do you do? What kind of videos do you do? What kind of vlogs do you do? And I'm mostly known for my Black Filipino TV YouTube channel, but I don't really do that anymore. I do, but not as much. What I do now is this, right? I talk about the nonsense going on back home, and I tell guys, hey, I'm over here. You can join me too, right? But this is what's going on. Guys like Tony D. Tiger are doing it. Guys are coming over and finding that one. So what's happening? They're leaving these women behind. Women that are getting divorced, right? Because she may be around my age. I'm over in the Philippines married. There's other guys that are coming over to get married. Too sorry for you.
And we see so many people, right? They're like, oh, I'm done with dating. I quit. I can't do it anymore, because it's not even supposed to be this hard. This is becoming like a full-time job to date. It's not even supposed to be that hard. Why is it so hard? Like, what are we doing? And I can't even say like, oh, it's the men. Oh, it's the women. What is happening? There is such a huge disconnect right now when it comes to dating in this generation. And I really wish I had the answer. Like, I want to find out what is going on so bad because I want us all to win. And right now we are failing. We are struggling.
Look, we all can't win until you become more humble. Because there are ladies out there that are humble, that are willing to get on a man's program. And men are finding them. And men are avoiding women like you. Let me tell you something. A man can go on a date with you. Because she said, why is dating so hard? I'll tell her why. He'll get to talking. He'll ask you questions. And what he's doing is he's seeing if you're worth it, right? He may ask a question, hey, you like cooking, something like that, and ask in the way like, oh, what do you like cooking? This. With me, I cook this. See, that's how I would do it. Me, I be throwing down the fried chicken. I used to love making fried chicken. This is the conversations I would have, right? I love making this. I love making my fettuccine, when I used to eat shrimps with the shrimp, and then I got it going and it tastes delicious. And then I make this with it as well. Maybe some cheese on the side. When I used to drink wine, a little bit of wine and get going. So, what do you like to do? And see what she says. See, I'm talking with energy, happy-go-lucky kind of guy, right? Not boring. And then she says something like, I don't like to cook. Do you think that guy is going to contact you again? No, he's not. He's going to keep moving and find someone who may be into those things. Seriously, that's what's wrong.
So we have been waitlisted for speed dating. I guess way more women than men signed up. So unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go. But I guess I'm glad that they do that, because if I showed up and there weren't very many men there, I think I would be very disappointed. Several of you actually told me that you got canceled on because not very many men signed up. And then one person said that they went and there just weren't very many men there. So I would prefer the way that I'm doing it. If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go.
Hey everyone, so I'm going to start a series called Tales of a Single Girl. So you guys get to see what it's like for a female to date in 2025.
How old are you?
And let me tell you, it's going to be horrific, scary, funny, all at the same time. So last night I went out to dinner with a friend, and I looked really nice. I really did. I had a good outfit. My hair was doing good things. My makeup was on point. All the things were good. And so anyways, we go out to dinner, have a nice dinner, or everything like that. We part ways. Well, I didn't really want to go home because I felt really good about myself. I felt very confident. And so I was like, I'm just going to stop in at the bar, by my house, and just get something to drink. So I stop in there, and barely anyone's in the bar and everything like that. But around the bar, it was pretty packed. And so anyways, I pull up a chair, and from the moment I walked in and sat down, this guy comes out of freaking nowhere and goes, wow, you are beautiful. And of course, I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. But then he took it too far. He was hopping all over me, hanging on me, just kept saying how beautiful I was, asking me if I had kids, if I was single, all this stuff, all the things. And I'm just like trying to show no interest, but be nice.
My man was drunk. He didn't know he was doing this to a bomb, right? Let me let her finish though.
Be nice at the same time. And anyway, so I had to end up getting up, and I walked out to go outside and just get some fresh air, finish my drink, and then I was going to go home. So I walk back inside and I get ready to, cash out, and he moves my hair to expose my neck and then bites the back of my neck. I'm like, I don't even know this person. So I was like, he's drunk. I'm just going to chalk it up to that. But that was very inappropriate. Very, inside my bubble, not okay.
What was the point of that story?
Absolutely nothing.
You knew the guy was drunk. Why are you telling that to TikTok for? This is why guys have given up. Tales of a single girl. You talk about when a guy was drunk at a bar? I'm expecting you to tell like a nightmare. A guy did this. He invited me out and stood me up like the girl that was in the beginning, right? But no. A guy was drunk and bit on my neck. I say you should have let the man tap. I can tell by the look in your eye you haven't released in a while. Let me keep moving.
Get unready with me as we debrief the night. So I went to a singles event at a members only club, which essentially is like, I'm not gonna say which one it was, but my friend's a member there. She brought me as a guest, and it's like one of those you pay membership, whatever. Here's the thing about singles events is that you have to go in with an open mind, and if you don't like any of the men there, you just gotta have fun with it. Like, you can't take it too seriously. You gotta make the most of it. There was one guy that I really hit it off with, actually. He was really sweet. But then when we got to talking, I realized that he lives in a completely different tax bracket than me, which is not a bad thing, but it's just like, oh, that's right. Like a singles event at a members only club, these people definitely like have money. There was definitely more girls than guys, which it's not super surprising with a lot of these events. I love the events that do have like certain number of tickets per gender. That way it is more even. My big thing is always like, have fun with it. Go to dinner with a friend before, go to drinks afterwards. Like, you already got cute. Like, you might as well make a night of it. Like, I don't know, like just have fun with it. Okay, waterproof mascara is actually like the worst thing to try to get off, especially whatever brand this is. Would not recommend. So this guy and I talked for like a hot minute, honestly. We were totally vibing, and then he doesn't ask for my number, so that was like a complete waste of. The thing with singles events though is that like it's always good practice. Like, I went to a bar the other night and I hadn't like been on a date or to an event in a while, and I realized like I don't know how to talk to men anymore. I mean, not like I enjoy talking to men, but it's just good practice at some point.
Wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be there trying to find a man. You said it's good practice. This is why men aren't going. It's good practice. I normally get out and wild. It's practice. Then I used it when I talk to guys going out to the bar. So you get that you give guys at the bar more of your attention than a guy at a singles event. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? I don't think she listened to herself when she just said that. I haven't been out in a while, but yes, guys at the singles events, I just use them for practice. And the guys I really want to give it to, for when I go meet up with them, the guys I really want. See?
Practice at some point. Anywho, did I find my husband? No. But did I at least make some progress versus just like staying home and doing nothing? Yeah. I am excited though, because next weekend I'm going to a pickleball speed dating event, and I honestly think that's gonna be so hilarious and so fun. So, better look at the next one.
Last year, I saw so many Black women try to solve a problem in dating by starting to host events in person, trying to create third spaces to facilitate dating like offline. And you know what would happen every single time? The men were not signing up. They would be selling tickets to speed dating, and they would always end up with men's tickets on sale. Always, because they weren't buying any. Just the other day, a big account that I follow for Black creatives did like this cute Cupid thing where they were like, hey, send us a profile about yourself and we would love to post it and like play matchmaker. Sounds like a cute idea, right? Not one single man sent their profile in. And mind you, this is an account that has well over 100,000 followers. It's just time to stop. It's time to stop. They have made it very loud and clear that they do not want to try. They don't want to approach. No matter how you curate different activities to get them interested, they're not. And I'm not saying that men who seriously want to date don't exist, but I think on a large scale in major cities, the dating events, you know, all these creative ways that we're trying to get them interested, they're not there. I don't think that these men are tapped into social media. I really don't. I think that they are locked in on their hobbies and in communities that matter to them.
That is what's happening. This woman finally realized that men have given up. They're locked into what they got going on. Why? Because they know that's what matters. Right? Especially if a guy is not 6 feet and over. He has to have money. He has to be about something. So what is he going to do? He's going to get in where he fits in. Like, think about it. A man's not going to chase around modern woman. Let me give an example of myself, right? I'm 5'7", 5'8" on a good day with platform shoes on, right? So I'm not going to waste my time trying to talk to a tall woman or out there trying to talk to modern women. I'm going to go somewhere where I feel I'm more appreciated, right? So that's what guys are doing. Guys are finding their peace, their solace, their happiness. And a lot of times it's outside of the West, or if it's in the West, they're making sure they find out the right person. Because most men realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with women who don't appreciate them, like one of y'all.
Straight to the point.
Thank you for watching. See you next video.